Hello, dreamers. Thank you for being here. And as always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We really do appreciate it. So, this is going to be the collective message for this new moon energy. Okay, let's go ahead and see. And a quick reminder, guys, there are other people in this house and two dogs. So, I try my best to keep the voice noise level down, but sometimes it's out of my control. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. I am recording this on Sunday. What is today? The 16th. How can I forget? Um, so let's go ahead and let's see. There's definitely this energy of feeling bombarded or feeling this. Hmm, it's almost kind of like this overthinking energy or this energy where all of a sudden you feel like you're being like there's a bunch of information or a bunch of things that are rushing in. Now, whether this is in regards to like you yourself putting yourself out there and connecting with other people, and maybe you are overstimulating yourself by not giving yourself those moments of rest or those moments of quiet. Maybe some of you are not necessarily grounding yourself before going out into the public, right? So during this time, it is very important, right? Whenever there's a new beginning, whenever we are starting something new, when we are trying to step into this energy of the new, that you are very grounded within yourself. So for some of you, this may look like having these memories of moments or times in your life when you weren't grounded, when the foundation that you have built for something wasn't solid. And this time around, spirit is trying to remind you of that, so that moving forward, you're not doing the same thing, you're not repeating the same lesson, right? Because again, there is this sense of like somebody stepping into a space, but they're not 100% grounded in themselves, right? So this can be like as easy as like going out shopping and all of a sudden something happens and the energy takes over, influences you, right? This can be stepping into a relationship but you're not 100% grounded in yourself. And what I mean by that is that you're not 100% sure what it is that you're looking for. You're still kind of like washy-washy with what it is that you're looking for in a relationship. So going into agreements with people in that way can be detrimental in the future, can have serious consequences in the future. So, whatever memories are coming back, or whatever it is that Spirit had you revisiting the last week, the only reason why it was coming up is so that as you move forward this time around, you have truly learned those lessons and we're not repeating those patterns. We're not staying stuck in those loops, right? So make sure that you're grounded within yourself before taking a step forward. You're grounded within yourself when it comes to work, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to romance, when it comes to friendship, or whatever it is. Grounding is what is needed during this time. Now, for those of you that have been in this journey a little longer, you know that when your spiritual life, right, or your spiritual aspect of yourself, however you want to word it, is not grounded, is not given the attention that it needs, it can throw everything else off. And that is true for everyone. But I feel that for a lot of you that are watching this, it's like you're finally seeing how it is. Like, not necessarily overdoing it with things, not necessarily being constantly busy is what brings in that manifestation or brings in those things that you want or that you desire. Right. So, like, personally for me, and I'm just using this as a quick example, the moments when I'm sitting still, the moment when I am not overdoing, the moment that I am focusing more on my grounding, my daily grounding ritual, whatever that looks like for that day, because every day is different for me personally, right? I'm talking about my own personal experience here. Those are the moments that I manifest with ease. So spirit is always constantly reminding me, especially when I am trying to like overdo it, when I am trying to create and create and create, and it's like, remember, it is not about the quantity here, it is about the quality, right? And that is kind of like where you have to remind yourself, if you're going into something, don't go into it thinking about the quantity of what the something is going to bring you. Is this going to bring you more friends? Is this going to bring you closer to the family? Is this going to bring you this? Is this like, think about the quality of what it is that you're of that space that you're stepping into. You want whatever space that you step into in your life, you want there to be quality versus quantity, right? So keep that in mind as you're moving forward this week with that. Again, there is this needing to really ground yourself this week is really, really important. I don't care if you're doing 3 minutes or if you're doing an hour. I need you to ground yourself. There, and I don't know who it is that says this, but there is a saying that I've heard throughout the years. It's like, if you can't meditate for if you can't meditate for 10 minutes, then you need to meditate for an hour. And what that entails, my understanding of it anyways, is that if within 10 minutes you cannot quiet your mind and you cannot ground yourself enough to really center yourself with yourself, then you should be practicing meditation or quietness or stillness for an hour to allow your nervous system, your body, to regulate in that space where, like I joke about this sometimes, where I can sit down and take 3 deep breaths in and out, and I'm gone. And what I mean by that is, like, I can start having visions. It's like literally the equivalent of somebody else having to take something to get into that state, right? But that came, yeah, some of it is just naturally happening, right, because of everything else. And if you've been watching me for a while, but a lot of it also comes, like, there is this balance, like, yes, these natural gifts are there, but I also have to put into practice what I've been gifted, right? And so for me, grounding, like I said earlier, looks very different every single day. But I make sure that I take that time every morning before I do anything else in my day, that I ground myself, right? This morning, grounding was really more of, I did about 15 minutes of a specific meditation, and then I went on and I worked out for an hour. That is what my body needed, that is what my spirit needed, that is what my mind needed in order for me to function today. Yesterday it was literally, I think it was like a 5-minute meditation, and it was like a 30-minute workout, and that was perfect for yesterday's energy. So again, do not limit yourself. When I say like like morning rituals or grounding rituals, is not for it to be confined or to be restricted. It is different for everyone. See what it is that spirit is asking directly of you. For some of you, and again, because here we're not judging anybody. I don't care what religion you practice. I don't care how you call God, whether you say God, universe, Allah, whatever it is that speaks to your spirit is what you should be doing, right? So for some of you, maybe praying is something that you need, like praying in a very structural way, maybe something that you need for that day, right? I honestly wholeheartedly believe that spirit is always guiding us in many different ways, right? There was a period of time where I was being guided through verses of the Bible, right? And certain things were being revealed to me through the Bible, because there was something in that space that needed to be healed, right? When it came to organized religions and my own experience. So during this time, please do not shy away in the manner or whatever way the spirit wants to show you something, or in the way the spirit is trying to bring a message to you. Because to be honest with you, the only thing that you're doing is like you're doing a dishonor to yourself. So make sure that during this time you're really listening to what it is that spirit is trying to tell you or communicate with you. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a few cards. And as you know, these cards be sometimes jumping off the floor. For a lot of you, this new beginning has to do with relationships, whether these are platonics or romance. There is here a balance that is needed with how you connect to others, with how it is that you engage in relationships. For a lot of you, you do not set the boundaries right away. And for those of you that in the past you haven't been setting boundaries immediately with people, I feel that that is a shift or a change that wants to come through. Because when you try to set boundaries later on in relationships, there seems to be this backlash. There seems to be this resistance coming from you that you're not following through with the boundaries that you have set. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's pull out a and I do got to pull these out of my little bag, right? Because again, right now my bedroom is serving as a bedroom, office, and gym until constructions are done. So just bear with me. Um, and I feel like once the house is done, I'll show you guys like the construction, and then you guys will definitely be able to see my face more often once my office is done. So bear with me. All right. So what is the The library. Take control of your own narrative. Number 22. Take control of your own narrative during this time. This is like your main energy for this week, for this new beginning. You need to stop letting other people narrate. Oh my God, narrate your life. We'll read real quick what the book says. It says someone else is trying to call the shots in your life. They think they can waltz in and control your every move, and you need to say no to their manipulation. It might seem tempting to relinquish control, but if you give someone else power over your narrative, chaos will ensue, and it will be all in their favor, not yours. The stories inside of you make you a library on the verge of bursting, but only if you're the one to pick up the pen. So again, there is this main focus for you guys around relationships and the boundaries that need to be set around relationships, whether these are new relationships or whether these are existing relationships. Those boundaries need to be set and they need to be followed through with.